Hey guys, back at it. This is day 109 in my daily diary challenge. This has shifted from a 100-day challenge to a 1-year challenge. I'm so excited to see the progress and the growth that happens in the year. Just out of my own curiosity and excitement, I'm excited for you guys as well to be along for this journey. So let's get into it. Day 109. So we have been prepping and getting ready for the weekend. I'm doing a big, huge pop-up with my coffee business at one of my loves events, and we've been packing and getting ready for that. The kids are going to be packed up and hanging out with my grandmother. They are going to be tracked out of school on a break, so we're doing all of this transition kind of today, and the plan was to get them to school, to finish any last minute things I needed to do for packing us up for the weekend, and then to go grab my daughter early from school for a boba date, and then get my son from school, and then head to my grandmother's house for the weekend. While this is a great plan, it didn't exactly happen that way. I had, it's really crisp and chilly out now. I literally didn't have any shoes on. I was in my pajamas. I just got my daughter up, got all the stuff ready to get her to school, hopped in the car, looking like a hot mess in the morning, and on the way there, got into a car accident, which was very, very unexpected. I was rear-ended and totally in shock. I, eventually got the car parked, got out to look at the damage. My rear bumper is all smashed in. The gentleman got out of the car and he kind of explained it that, there was a moth in the car and I was trying to swat it out, ha ha ha. And he was like making light of it, or saying it in a way that wasn't like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, are you okay? So that was a big thing, and it was totally different from the other accident I had, where I felt very much in control and on top of my emotions. This one, I was like, my back hurt immediately, my head hurt immediately. I was tingly down my arms, tingly down my legs. I was having a hard time putting words together. It was very much in shock and not really in the right mindset. So I just told him, I was like, please call the police so that he can come and make a report. I have to get my daughter to school, so this is like, she's going to be late. I got to reach out to the teacher to let her know that we'll be late. I was just kind of flustered. I didn't take normal photos of like our license and insurance cards like I should have, but I did take pictures of the damage of my car and the damage of his car. He called the police and they were on their way, so I literally, no conversation, sitting in the car, just kind of like making sure my daughter was okay and that she felt good and that people knew we were okay, and just kind of freaking out a little bit and having this moment of I'm not okay. And the police came and he talked to me, he talked to the other guy. I told him, there were 5 cars in front of me in the turn lane. I had adequate space between me and the car in front of me. I had my foot on the brake. It was a red light, and the gentleman behind me just came up and just didn't see me and crashed into the rear of the vehicle. So hard that I did push the car forward a couple of feet, and it was crazy. So the police was very, very nice. He got the report done as quickly as he could so that I could get my daughter to school. And again, like, I was in bicycle shorts, a big sweatshirt, and no shoes. Like, I had just rolled out of bed and popped in the car to take her to school. And yeah, it was crazy. And I try to, like, be in the positive, be in the now, not have any aggravation or frustration or anger or any of that. I received the report. I was, cleared to go, went to take her to school, explained to the secretary why I was dropping her off late, and she was so sweet about it. If you guys need to take time, if you need to sit down, if you need us to call anybody. I knew that my daughter wanted to just get to class and take her tests and feel like, normal. So I let her do that, and I went back home. I was very late in transition, so all I really did was throw on some flip-flops and grab my son and have him get himself to school. He was very concerned that I was okay and that my daughter was okay, and got him to school, checked in with all my people, and let them know what had happened, let them know that I was okay, that my daughter was okay. And I actually had a chiropractic appointment. So after dropping my son to school, went to the chiropractor, and I was like, hey, listen, before we get into it, this is what happened. And he was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's crazy. We were just actually wrapping up the first car accident case, and he was submitting all the paperwork, and I was going to end up being like, pay per appointment patient. And the second accident happened, so now we have to redo paperwork for another thing. And I was like, okay, let's look at the silver lining here. Let's look at the blessing. I am now blessed with another month and a half to 2 months of chiropractic care that I'm not paying out of pocket for. Not that I love my car getting banged up and damaged, and not that I love myself and now my daughter getting banged up and damaged in a car. But it is, when looking at things, look for the excitement, look for the joy, look for the blessing. It's again, it's not my fault. I wasn't doing something reckless. I was literally sitting stopped with my foot on the brake. And it's a crazy thing, but looking at the positives, definitely trying not to beat myself up for being in shock, because I would have really loved to have shared and shown grace to the gentleman who hit me. It happens. We all have those moments where we're like, there's a bee in the car, there's a spider in the car, there's like a fly, there's something, and you're trying to get it out. But there is still that understanding that you need to be aware of when you're driving a vehicle, because it is a weapon, so to speak. It can cause a lot of damage and a lot of pain to other people. So I just took my chiropractor's advice, and I did not file or call the insurances right away. I just calmed myself down. I did a lot of meditation. I did a lot of resting. I made sure everything was prepped and ready for, the transition for kids to my grandma's and me to go for the weekend. I'm just trying to follow my intuition more and follow my gut. And I felt that my chiropractor's advice of waiting was a great piece of advice. So I did. I just got everything as ready as I could, and then I had to shift the plans because my daughter was now needing to go to the chiropractor to get her first appointment done with x-rays and whatnot. So fine. We shifted our plans, we adjusted it. I went to still pick her up from school. We went to go get boba at our new favorite boba spot, which is such a cute little space. The boba is great too. They have lots of fresh ingredients, so it's been enjoyable to go. We did our boba date. We went to the house. We waited for my son to get there. We picked him up from the bus stop, and we went to her chiropractic appointment. Then when we got done, it was a quick transition to get home, grab his stuff, get in the car, go to grandma's. I didn't even tell her what was going on until we were there because I didn't want her to worry. So we got there, and I told her what happened, and we sat and we had dinner, and I hung out for a little bit before heading back to get all my stuff packed into the U-Haul for the weekend and then hang out with my love. And now my love has been present in the day, texting, calling, communication, just with all the craziness that's been going on. He came and helped me load up everything. I really didn't have to do too much of anything. And again, I'm taking more of that approach where it's like, I don't have to do things to feel useful. And if he really wants to pack everything up and do the heavy lifting, that's great. That's fine. I love that. So we actually packed up and headed to his house so that we can get ready for leaving super early in the morning. And we just had a really good night of connecting, being together, talking about the weekend, talking about the future, talking about, the different things that have happened. Again, like I've really tried in the midst of all of this craziness and frustration to not be frustrated, to not use language that I don't appreciate being used towards me. There's definitely not a lot of anger that resides in my soul. There's a lot of frustration, and the frustration is starting to deplete as well. So like I said, I've been trying to readjust my view on what happened. I mean, yeah, we all do stupid things, and we all lose our attention when we're driving. It happens. All I really care about is that everybody's okay, that, my car gets fixed, that I get taken care of, that my daughter gets taken care of. And at the end of the day, if that happens, it really doesn't matter. It's only to benefit me, to help me work on myself, to help me work through these situations and come out on the other side a lot better. So that was really not supposed to be as crazy a day as it was, but it ended up, being calm in the midst of crazy. And I'm just excited to see how the weekend goes, and the pop-up and the travel. And I am most likely going to do a weekend recap just because of the busyness of the weekend and not really having time to record daily. I try not to do recaps, but every once in a while it's a necessary thing. But anyway, thank you guys for being here, for listening, for being present, for holding space for me, giving me grace and understanding and love, and sharing your energy. I appreciate it. I love you guys so much. Please drop me a comment, share, like, subscribe, and I hope you have an amazing day. Wonderfully awesome, fabulously positive and happy. You guys are awesome. I love you, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.